Dear Lemurian chanters, this is another video about overtone and harmonic singing, and this time I will go into the vowel or syllable AOU. You know that there are many AOUs in the Lemurian tones, and they have very interesting overtones I found. First of all, I would like to go through the exact vowels of AOU, because it's actually a very long sequence of vowels. You could say it starts with a really bright ah. So if you try to practice with a ah, you can make it as bright as you can by adding twang. So if I really go over the edge, I would do ah. This is not, I think, exactly what we need for the Lemurian choir, but for your practice you can have fun maybe going towards the ah sound. A more normal type of ah would be ah. So try to listen if you can hear the difference between ah and ah, ah. This is already a small nuance, which is quite a significant difference in harmonics, in overtones. Now if I open the nasal passage as well, ah, I can hear that quite a lot of stuff is changing in that upper range of the overtones. So if you go from ah as in I to ah as in father, ah, you can gradually go towards ah as in God, for instance. Ah. Now I'm already using all the overtone techniques. I'm twanging, I'm opening the nasal passage, and I just chant the vowels as they are. Ah. From the ah, you can go towards the o and the u, which I already discussed in the video. I think it was number 2. So we go from AOUM. When you use this vowel, you have a huge range of overtones. I will do it on the higher pitch too. AOUM. The overtones may not be so specifically clear as with the different techniques that we already practiced, which is the because actually the ow, the fundamental note, the tone which I'm singing, is louder, so it will overpower in volume the overtones. So don't worry when you use this technique of ow if you cannot really perceive the overtones so well, either when I'm doing it or when you're practicing at home. Just go for all the nuances in the vowels. So my advice to you would be practice all the vowels and the transitions really slowly. Feel how your mouth is moving in total slow motion with very small movements, and you will be able to do I will do a lower one too, because that is also sometimes present in the Lemurian choir. So again, open the nasal passage, sing through your nose, and twang as much as you can. Of course, when you get towards the O and the U, the twang is more difficult to maintain because these vowels don't have a natural twang. So just try to keep a kind of a sharp position. You can also maybe imagine how you still imitate a witch, or how you imitate cats in heat if you go wow wow. This is a good example actually for all these overtones. So go ow, ow, ow. Now maybe as I'm going along you are perceiving that as I'm making the transitions, certain positions really really grab onto that harmonic, and sometimes you go in between and there's not such a clear harmonic. So that's another part of the training. Try to listen to your own voice and what the effect is in coordination with the positions you are finding in your mouth and throat. So practice the ow, and maybe, as I just did at the very end, you can also play around a bit and see how you go to different vowels, because in the Lemurian tones also sometimes you go from the A to the E, I, and somewhere there's the oi, oi. So if you listen to the overtones when you do the oi, which was O-Y, then you can also hear that there's a very rich quality of overtones, which we would really like you all to sing, and we will of course practice a little when we're there. But the more you are able to practice at home and have some control over what you're doing, the better results we will have at getting the same effect all together once we're all together on Maui. Thank you for watching. You can find my email address below. If you have any questions or requests, you can always try to ask, but the time is running short, so I'm not sure how much I will be able to answer or how many more videos I will be able to make. I hope this one was helpful, and I wish you all happy chanting, and I'll see you all later in Maui.